everybody, it's Lady Mal. Thanks for coming back, my little lovelies. Anyway, today's going to be kind of off the cuff because there's a few things that I want to talk about and that I've been asked about. So the first thing I want to talk about is the general negativity that is associated with our lifestyle. I've stumbled upon a B.D.S.M vlog on YouTube because I do go and look at other people's vlogs, and I stumbled across this thing called Project B.D.S.M. And it's by a guy named Travis Alex, and I'll include a link in the description so you can go check it out. He makes a really good point. If you were to mention the kinky things that you're into amongst like your vanilla friends, common everyday people, more than likely the overall opinion you would get back from them is pretty negative. You know, you can't just go out and tell your everyday friends, oh, hey, I got hogtied last night and it's awesome. That's the same example he uses, but I thought it was really good. And I agree with him, and I'm totally on board with this 100%. We need to banish that. You know, it's totally okay to talk about being straight or being gay or being transgendered, being bi. It's okay to talk about that in the appropriate setting. You know, but even with like vanilla people, you can talk about that. But you can't talk about how you like to be submissive, or you like to wear a collar, or you like to be beaten, or whatever. And we really need to try to change that, because we're not subhuman. We're not freaks or, you know, whatever. We're people just like everybody else. So what we like is a little out of the, you know, the realm of normal for most people. That doesn't mean anything. You need to be proud to be a kinkster. Stand up and say, yes, I am kinky and I'm proud about it. There's nothing you can do about it because there's nothing wrong with it. You know, I really would like to see the negativity gone that is associated with our lifestyle. And I really apologize for the glare on my glasses, but you know, I got nothing. I can't change that. Anyway, so check out his vlog. It's a really interesting, and like I said, I'm on board 100% for this because it's really awesome. Another thing I wanted to talk about, and I really hate talking about this, because if I've been asked once, I've been asked at least 1,000 times if 50 Shades of Grey is a good book to base your kinky lifestyle off of. Oh, okay. No, niet, nada, nope, zero, no, a million times no. In any language you can think of, no. It is a horrid example of what BDSM life should be like. Seriously, run away from it, burn it, do anything with it but read it. It would be kind of like saying, is a Harlequin romance novel a good thing to base my love life off of? No, because how many of those types of things actually happen? They don't, you know. So I haven't read it. I've tried to about 4 times, and I can't. It's just a terrible example. It's housewife porn, and that's where it should stay, with the Harlequin romances and all of that stuff. So yeah, there's your answer. Don't read it. Just don't. If you want to know books about what to like what sort of books to read, I'll include in the description some links to Amazon to some of the books, because there's way too many and I'm suffering from can't remember shit right now. So I'll list them in the link description so you can go check those out. Also, I've been asked how to speak to a vanilla partner about your kinks if they have no experience in the lifestyle. This really is a frequently asked question, and it can either be very, very simple or it can be pretty tricky. It's really going to depend on what kind of person you're speaking to. If they are very open-minded about things, then you can speak frankly about what you like, what you don't like, what you're into, what you're not into, what you'd like for them to do, what you could do together, that type of thing. But if they're very close-minded and kind of uptight about it, you really need to treat it with kids' gloves. In other words, tread lightly and just casually bring up in conversation that I like pain. Don't lead off with, I like beaten until I bleed. I like to be beaten until I bleed. I mean, right, that's not going to work if they're completely closed off to the idea. So, you know, start off with the fact that you like pain, and that maybe you'd like to see if they would be into, I don't know, like spanking you, or something very, like, sort of kinky, but not real kinky, you know, like slapping your butt during sex, you know, or, taking a belt to you. Those sort of things aren't so far out there, so that maybe you can like warm up to being restrained and gagged and beaten or whatever it is that your kink is. It's really just going to depend on the person, honestly, because I can't give you a very specific answer because I'm not in your situation. So that's really the best that I can do. Another question I get asked a lot, is it possible to be too submissive? The answer is yes and no. And it's completely dependent on your situation. It's dependent on your role. Are you a submissive, a slave, a baby girl, a pet, whatever? But in any situation, you are a human being. You have inalienable rights. You still have the right to stand up for yourself. Just because your insert title here doesn't take away your right to speak up for yourself. It's all in how you go about it. Don't be rude. Don't be demanding. Don't be a brat. Be polite, but stand your ground. Your partner can't know how to fix something if you don't tell them that it's broken. But don't be a doormat. Okay, that's like, I should have a shirt with that on it. It says, don't be a doormat. You're submissive, not an inanimate object, with no voice. That's the no part. The yes part is pretty easy. Yes, you can be too submissive when you have to be told to do even the smallest things. Yeah, I get that we submissives like to be told what to do, but there are some things that you don't need to be told to do, or you don't need to ask permission to do them. But again, it's all dependent on your situation. These are things that you should have spelled out for you when you begin a relationship, because communication is the key. Like, I don't have to be told to go do the dishes, to clean up, to, change the sheets on the bed, to go to the grocery store. So I don't feel the need to ask permission to do those because I know they already need to be done. Now, sorry, my cat just jumped on my desk and made my camera shake. Anyway, but now if you're in like the middle of sex or whatever and you want to ask to do something, well, okay, maybe it depends on your situation, but the little things in life, like, may I go to bed? May I go take a bath? You shouldn't have to ask stuff like that. That should be you should already know whether or not you need to ask that. And honestly, I don't think you need to ask if you can do things for yourself, like take a bath, go to bed. Unless you're in the middle of something, obviously there are extenuating circumstances, so don't flame me for that. But again, there are things that you should know that you don't need to ask to do. That's just my opinion, and I'm getting tongue-tied and kind of but I have notes, so that's okay. And this leads me to another topic that seriously irks me. And I'm going to preface this with, remember, this is my vlog, so this is my opinion. If you want to talk about it with me, that's fine. Be polite about it. Don't flame me, because if you flame me 10 to 1, I'm either going to ignore the comment or I'm going to delete it. I don't call you names. You don't call me names. Got it? Awesome. Okay, so the topic is no limit slaves. I understand that some people feel like they are a no limit slave, which, includes giving up their rights to everything up to and including their ability to keep on living. And while I think if that's your kink, okay, but that doesn't fall under safe, sane, or consensual in my book. That's just it. It's hard to, for me to, sorry, somebody just messaged me. Anyway, it's hard for me to believe that someone would be okay with giving up their life. If that's you, awesome, that's your thing, but I don't think it's healthy mentally or physically. I kind of group it into the same group as like death by cops or suicide by cop. I'm sorry. I just don't think it's very healthy. Plus, there is no such thing as having no limits. Every human will break, whether it's mentally or physically, eventually. Yeah, it may take you a while to find a limit, but you will have a limit eventually. Granted, that limit might be that you're dead, and that's not really something that's going to hold up in court. Because if they go to court and say, oh, well, they wanted me to do this to them, well, it's their word versus a corpse. That's still murder, manslaughter, whatever. But anyway, I really can't go into any more detail because I'm afraid if I do, I'm going to be extremely critical, and I don't want to alienate anybody. So that's my opinion. Anyway, if you want to start a conversation about it, feel free down in the comments. Send me a message on Facebook, send me a message on YouTube or Gmail, whatever. I think that's about it. Oh, I did finally come up with an idea for my bonus gift since I got up over 1,000 viewers. I'm up to 1,500. Actually 1,554. As some of you may know, my daddy is a musician and he plays guitar, and he is out right now, but when he gets back, I'm going to have him play and sing a song, and I will record it and upload it after this video. So that's y'all's gift. I know it's not great and wonderful, but it's something. But when I get to 2,000 subscribers, I will come up with something a little better. Maybe something a little more kink related. So anyway, y'all have a great day. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe down below or over there. I don't know where they are anymore. Tell your friends about it. Share my links. Subscribe to my channel. If y'all have any ideas for discussions or anything like that, I am more than open to them. Like I said, I have limited experience in a great number of kinks. I mean, I'm experienced in kinky, but, you know, there are some that I don't have a lot of experience in. So if maybe you're into a kink that I'm not into, feel free to message me, because I'd like to pick your brains about stuff like Therian, furries, pets, be it like pets like human pets or pets like people who enjoy like being cats and dogs and things like that. I'd like to pick your brains about it, because I'd like to try to do some vlogs on that so we can take away the negative connotations and just the mystery. You know, I think it's good to be educated about different kind of kinks, not just the ones you're into. So rate, comment, subscribe, leave me a comment down below, and I will see y'all next week. Mwah! Bye-bye.